Hi, I'm Glenn, City of Adeline Fishing Field Team, COAF Field Team on YouTube. And this round, what have I got for you? Well, we did a little antiquing instead of fishing this past few hours. And in fact, we ended up getting some good deals. So let's go talk about them real quick. So right off the bat, I'm thinking about starting a new series, the Vintage Lure series, where I'm going to look for some antique lures of the size that would work on a bait finesse systems setup. So that BFS fishing stuff, like the Cascading Zephyr, as well as that Shimano that I use. And today, ended up picking up a Daredevil. All right. Nice size one there. And then this Cisco Kid right here. Then I got this, it comes from Abu Garcia, and this is still made in Sweden. It's a 1/8 ounce inline spinner right here. And that looks like it'll catch a fish or two. So going to be interested in that. So stay tuned for that vintage lure bait finesse style fishing series. That'll be fun. And then speaking of the antiquing stuff, we have that podcast, the Little Red Book of Fly Fishing, where yours truly just starts going over the Little Red Book of Fly Fishing with all the fly fishing tips. And we're right now at episode 24 is the last one we posted. Next one will be coming up will be episode 25. And we still got a good ways to go, but let's kind of mix things up, because while I was out and about, I found another fishing book with some tips. In this case, it's called To Fishing, and it's from Ed Zern. And, well, Ed Zern, he used to be the writer for Field and Stream from way back when I remember I was a kid, and looking at some of the funny things he had in there. And in here, there's some really good fishing tips that I looked there. I was just kind of glance through there real quick. I can see, let's see, how to dispose of dead fish. That should be interesting. Ain't it the truth? No. And how to catch fish with flies. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what some of these things came about. And then this one at the antique store, it was given to someone for Father's Day in 1952. So, hey, back in the 50s, I'm sure this stuff is still good to go for fishing in the 21st century. Some good tips and whatnot. So stay tuned for that podcast series as well. Okay, and then the big find today, ended up getting this bamboo fly rod from South Bend. It actually has 2 tips, and oh, this is going to throw you. It has a line weight recommendation that uses letters, and God, I think those are silk lines that I remember reading at the local public library when I was learning how to fly fish. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit, maybe couple it with one of my older fly reels and see if I can catch something, and see how this old bamboo fly rod works for yours truly. And what's really cool is it does have 2 different tips, so I can use a heavier line as well as a lighter line. It's 9 foot in length. I'm suspecting it's probably going to be more like a 5-weight line, 5-weight rod, and maybe a slightly bigger one, maybe a 7 or 8 weight when I use that other tip. I have kind of played around with it already, and well, it does feel kind of heavy compared to some of those lightweight rod or fly rods that I've used currently. But hey, so look for that series. We're going to call it the Vintage Bamboo Fly Rod series, and see if we can catch a fish or two with this baby. All right. Do stay tuned. We'll be able to get more information out there, more fishing tips and whatnot. And hey, just like we said, we're average Joes. Learn to fish by our trials and errors. All right. Next time we'll catch y'all there. And good luck. Good fishing.